Hello, hello everyone, and happy Monday! I hope everyone had a wonderful and just glorious and magical Mother's Day. Alright, you're on Tony's Magical Arts and Crafts, and I'm Tony. Hi, hello! Alright, so halfway to Halloween challenge is over, done. I'm going to make a fairy journal now for the rest of this month, and then probably in June and July I'll be doing Christmas, kind of like Christmas in July, because I got a lot of Christmas stuff I need to like start on, get it over with, so after July I can focus on more fall and Halloween stuff again, you know. So we're going to pause the Halloween stuff, do some other things, and then we'll go back to Halloween in August and September and October. But I gotta get that Christmas stuff out of the way, so I'm gonna do Christmas in July, maybe late June there. But for now, it's gonna be fairy stuff. So I'm gonna make a fairy journal. I'm gonna make several videos on this for the next two or 3 weeks, however long it takes me to complete it. So today's video is just me getting started on it, just showing you what I will be using or what I'm going to be using to make this journal. And so here we go. Alright, so for starters, I will be using this paper pad. This was gifted to me by Bex over on Black Whisper Crafts. I can't see what you guys are seeing. Okay. So I have done a flip through on this. So if you missed that, I will try to link that down below if I can find it again. But I'm using quite a few papers out of here, plus I used a lot of papers and I did a lot of fussy cutting. So you can see there's a lot of papers in here where I cut stuff out of. Yeah, so there's a lot. So I did a lot of fussy cutting. Tore out a lot of papers that I wanted to use in here. And so, yeah, here's all the things I fussy cut. So, am I going to be using all these in this journal? Probably not. There's quite a few here. I cut out more than I probably needed, but so I did a lot of fussy cutting. Different pages, butterflies. There's mushrooms. I cut some mushrooms out. There's other images. I can't see what you guys are seeing. To me, it looks really dark. But a lot of beautiful images here, just gorgeous, that will be used. And I didn't cut everything out. You know, I have to take breaks every now and then if I do too much fussy cutting in one setting. Isn't that cool? My hands start hurting. So there are some stuff in here that isn't cut out yet, but I probably have more than enough to get started on. Mushrooms and butterflies, so yeah. So I got these, so let's put these away. So I've got plenty of images to work with and make embellishments. I think that's what I'll start on first. It's not going in. So my first few videos will be me making embellishments. Then I'll focus on making and decorating the pages. I usually will make the cover first and then decorate the pages, but I know myself now that if I do that, then I make the pages too big and it becomes a huge alligator mouth journal. So I'm going to do it backwards this time. I'm going to make the embellishments first. Then I'm going to, you know, make up the pages and decorate the pages so I know how stuffed or how fluffy my pages are going to be, and then I will make the spine to the journal and the journal cover to fit that. Does that make sense? And then I also have these embellishments too, or ephemera pieces that came with that paper pad. And then I pulled out a bunch of other things here. So I want to squeeze some really cool coloring pages in there somehow. Put them in there as pages. Pulled out some, I'm almost out of my dyed papers, so. And then I have some pages that I had decorated already for a past project that never got used. So I pulled that out. Here's some sprayed papers, pulled that out. Here's a fancy page that somebody gifted me. I pulled that out. Here's embossed, I don't know, can you see that? Embossed paper. There's this really pretty card and envelope. I want to put that in there somewhere. Some black envelopes. I want those in there somewhere. It's going to be a fairy journal, but more very, very pretty, very elegant, and less girly, or it's still going to be girly, but less little girl and more adult. More of adult vibe. And it's going to be like more like a fae journal, less like a fairy journal. Does that make sense? So I pulled out some purple lace. Some, I think this piece right here came from Harmony. It was either Harmony or Misty. Very pretty. And I got some of this too. Very pretty. And this dark purple. I love this dark purple. That one, I can't remember. That might have been Silver Moon. And then I had a whole bunch of these floating around my room. I think I cut a bunch of these up last year for my Gothic Christmas cards. And so I wanted to use some of these in the journal. Here's some black lace I want to use. And then I went through my bigger scraps and I tried to pull out some bigger scraps I might want to use in this journal. But this is basically my color palette right here. I don't know if you guys, is it all in frame? Okay, so I've got a black, so there's going to be a lot of black in this journal. It's black, a pink, is that like a mauve-y pink? I don't know. Dark purples or light purples, like a dark teal. So that's my color palette right here. Can you guys tell? Okay. And then here's the pages that I tore out of the paper pad. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that one. So there's that one. Here's this one. This looks like a big amethyst crystal, so that's going to be in there somewhere. Here's the mushrooms. Some greenery. Here's some more greenery. This page I'm actually going to cut the letters out of and use them to make words. And I was not sure about this one. It's got the black in it. And it kind of matches, yeah, it kind of matches my color palette, doesn't it? So, if I don't use it as a page, then I might use it to cut some keys out of, cut the shapes of the keys, you know. Okay, so I've got those, and then I was spraying some papers, and I was left with this toilet paper that I wiped up the table with, and I think I might use it to make embellishments. But I also have this one too. Like, I thought this was just interesting, so I might use it in my embellishment making process. Because I thought it was, after it was dried, I thought it was just way too pretty to like throw away. Like, we can use that. Don't waste it. You know what I mean? Don't waste it. And then, let's see what else. Oh, here are some of the papers I was playing around. I painted the front piece to this one. I'm not sure if I want to paint the back yet. But then I did paint the front and back to this one. And then, oops, I bumped the camera, sorry. And then I had this piece that was sent to me, and then this piece, that will be used as a page. And then I took like a lavender purple cardstock and I sprayed it front and back. That will be used in there. And then here's a green that I sprayed, or cardstock. And then here's a darker purple cardstock that I sprayed. Not pretty. And then here's a black. I think I might do another black sheet, or maybe two more, because I'm going to do 3 signatures, so I think I might want a black sheet in each signature. But I put black on black, so there's black splatters and gold. And I did both sides. So there's those. And then, let's see. Okay, let me get these papers out of the way here. Oh, I almost forgot about this one. That's kind of cool. I think I did a video a few months back showing you how I did that. And then I just sprayed over the top of it. Okay, and then I did pull out some things I want to use. Some more black, what is this called? Sequin trim, I think. And then I pulled out a purple. Very pretty. And then I pulled out this. And then this was from Halloween from Dollar Tree. It's like this velvet ribbon in purple. Okay, and then I have a bunch of this that I wanted to use in that. It's kind of textured. It's like ruffled almost. So I want to use that in a journal. Okay, and then I have some images here. Because I pulled some images from that fairy cut and collage book I got. So there's some images from this book. Got that off of Amazon. I just showed that off a few days ago. And so I did pull that page out of this. This is going to be a little booklet that I make. So I'm going to cover the inside and I'm going to put pages in it. So that's going to be a little booklet that will go in a pocket. And then I pulled out I cut out some of the purple images. So that's going to be a tag. So that will go in a pocket. And then here is the black images. Yeah, that first set was purple. This is black. Alright, she's wearing a black dress. Got some black wings. And then this next set is like more greenish colors. So those are going to be beautiful. Got a lot of images. That's going to be an envelope. And then here's some textured stuff. Actually, hold on. While I'm thinking about it, there was one more that I wanted to pull out. Let me get it. I've been hoarding this one. Misty had gifted this one to me. And I wanted to at least use a little bit of it on an embellishment. So we'll pull that out too. So I've got some like textured stuff here. These are like the big cut aparts in that paper pad that will probably be like flip outs, you know. So I've got a bunch of those. So let's put all this back. Trying to keep it all in one spot so I don't lose it. So that's that. And then I do have some like black flowers pulled out. I also wanted to use maybe some of this stuff, some glittered ribbons. And what else? I'm going to make some of those embellishments that I made for the Halfway to Halloween challenge. I'm going to redo, but in a fairy themed. So I pulled out some glittery tulle because that envelope. Hold on, I think I might have kept one for myself. Let me show you guys, just in case you missed it. There we go. So like this envelope that I did for the Halloween challenge, I'm going to make one in a fairy themed. So I pulled out some tulle. I'm going to have to find some pretty sequins to put in there. And then I've got some fairy images and stuff. But it will be a embellishment that I can glue down on a page, and there'll be like a card, inside that you can. Oh, and somebody asked if these cards are good for gift cards, and yes they are. So I have a dead gift card. This one's empty, no longer good. And take that out and put a gift card in it perfectly. So yes, maybe this will be one of the embellishments that I make first, so you guys can see how they're made. Because these, if they work for gift cards, you can make it for any holiday, any occasion. So I think I will make some of these up for Christmas. So I will be making these again in July, because there are a few requests for me to make some gift card holders for some people in my town. So I'll be making that. Again, I'll probably be making some stuff like this, but for the fairy journal and the fairy themes. Maybe even some stuff like this, you know, in the format, but in the fairy themes, stuff like that. So I'll be making some more embellishments, and I will show you how I do that on camera so people know, in case you want to do it too. What else? Yep. Can't think of anything else. There might be some stickers that I pull out. I just haven't done that yet, you know, and I'll be using my gems and pins and glitter glue and sprays and, you know, all the little things that you don't think about pulling out until the last minute, you know, threads and, yeah. So that's what we're going to be doing. Alright. Didn't want to make this video too long. It's already like past 22 minutes. But if you're curious to follow along, I will be putting all these videos in a playlist. So if you end up missing a few, you can go to the playlist and just watch them. Okay? And I think I will list the play video fairy journal. Just keep it simple. Fairy journal. And then each time I make a video making something for the fairy journal, I'll just put like part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. And all the way down the line. As many as it takes, right? Alright everyone, I hope you have a beautiful, magical day. And if you're curious on what's going to happen next, stay tuned. Alright, bye.